Hello and welcome back. Thank you for listening to the MLM experiment. Today we're going to discuss building your brand. It's very important that you have a brand. Multi-level marketing or MLM businesses present exciting opportunities for women to achieve financial independence and personal growth. However, success in this industry is not just about the products or the compensation plan. It heavily relies on an individual's ability to cultivate a strong personal brand. So in this episode, we're going to discuss how to build your brand. But first, I want to get real with y'all. I've been thinking long and hard about the next podcast I'm going to record and what it's going to be. And when I landed on branding, I thought, okay, what do I even know about branding? So I dug in and did some research, and that's what I'm going to present to you today, what I learned through my research. This is the MLM experiment. So I think I need to be 100% honest with y'all. I am an entrepreneur. I have an entrepreneur spirit. I want to be an entrepreneur full time. I was an entrepreneur full-time for almost 2 years. I got laid off from my corporate America job, and I'm not just in network marketing. I have rental property. I have my photographs online. I'm selling through stock agencies. I try to teach people how to make money online. I have network marketing. So I have a lot of different balls in the air. So I have not been focusing as much as I should on my network marketing business. Just going to be 100% honest with you. I've always loved network marketing. I know the potential of network marketing. It creates more millionaires than anybody else, or not anybody else, any other career. So I understand the business plan and the model, and I love it. But I have not been that focused on it. I've been focused on learning the marketing, learning the advertising, learning how to build funnels, learning how to do a podcast, learning how to have a YouTube channel. I'm constantly in learning mode, learning how to do quiz funnels. So I'm constantly learning the next thing, which ultimately puts me further away from succeeding because I've not been focused on selling. Selling is the key. And this entire time, I could have been trying to sell and build my brand. But I've not been doing that. That's one of the main reasons I created this podcast is I wanted to help as many people as possible, and I wanted to build my brand. And when you have a show, then you can interview people a lot easier. But you've got to build that show first before people are going to want to come do an interview with you. So everything has a great promise, but then you've got to have the social proof in place. So basically, it's telling you that you've got to succeed before you can build your business. So how do you do that? How do you learn to run before you know how to crawl and walk? So that's what this show's about. This show is about helping all of us, me and you. I'm doing the work, and then I'm reporting back to you what works and what doesn't work. So not paying attention to your business does not work. The business that I had some team members. They all left. And I refused to recruit anyone else until I understood how to do it myself. So I am to that point now. And I know that I recorded episodes a year ago saying I'm to that point now. I'm going to open my team. I'm going to start building my business. Well, guess what? Life happened. I live in the country, and it was my mom's house, my grandmother's house, and then my house. So when my grandmother passed, my uncle lived there. And then my uncle passed, then the house had really not had any repairs done to it. It was run down, and none of us had the money to repair it. So we decided to sell it to a family friend, thinking that they would live there the rest of their lives, and they would, they're a family friend. That would be a great neighbor. Well, life happens. I don't even know what happened, but for some reason they turned on us and became, honestly, the worst neighbor ever. So they finally moved June of last year, of 2022. So come hell or high water, I was going to buy that house because I did not want to have another bad experience. I want to control who lived there. I'm already in real estate, so I said, okay, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So it's very difficult to get a loan when you're an entrepreneur. So I needed to prove that I could afford the houses that I already had, the rental property that I already had, and take on a new one. Well, again, they wanted me to show that the house was already rented before I'd purchased it. You can't do that. So it was very difficult to get a loan. So I got sucked back into corporate America. But I have the most wonderful job ever. I'm still in workers' comp, but now instead of working for the insurance side of it, I'm working for the employer side of it. So I'm working for a nationwide trucking company, and I'm a workers' comp analyst. So I handle this. I don't actually handle the claims. I make sure the adjuster is doing what they're supposed to do in a lot of the states. There's 3 of us, so we've got all the states divided up. So it's a wonderful job. And since I have 30 years of experience in workers' comp, I really can do that with one hand tied behind my back. So I'm able to get all of that done and still work on this business. I only have to go in the office 2 days a week. So I make sure that I get everything done with that first before I attempt or do anything with this business. That business comes first. They hired me. They're paying me a salary, and they expect me to do my job, and that's exactly what I do. And there's days that are super busy and that I don't get to do anything on this job, and that's fine because that's what they're paying me for. But I have all weekend, I have all night, and the days that I work from home, I get up early and I get everything done, and then I handle the West Coast, so I have a few hours before the West Coast gets up and starts working. So I can fit in an hour or two, and I have lunch hours that I can get stuff done before I get really busy. So I've still been able to do this business. And it took me, let's see, they moved out in June, and I started negotiating. I actually bought the house in July from the company that bought it. And it was an emotional buy. I spent way too much on it. And then it came to my attention that the previous owner, the family friend, had separated the land from the house. So it was only an acre, but still it was set in 2 different plots. So he sold the plot that had the house on it, and then he sold separately to a different person a strip of land that is right next door to my land. So it's just an open field, but they were going to build a house on it. Well, then I backed out of the deal because I was like, I was paying way too much money for the house anyway. And not to get the entire acre, it just wasn't worth what I was paying. So I backed out. Then I got a realtor, and well, actually I had a realtor, but I had already bought the property before I hired the realtor to finalize everything. So we decided to back up and start renegotiating. They sold that house out from under me 3 different times. All 3 times the people backed out for whatever reason. I think probably because we live in the country, we don't have a sewer system, we have septic tanks. And in order to repair a septic tank, you have to have an acre of land. They didn't have an acre of land, and just by the grace of God, where the septic tank is and where the property line was zoned out, they had 0 land to run the line to do a repair. And the septic tank has never been replaced in this 80-year-old house. So that was in my favor. So I guess I don't know what, but again, by the grace of God, 3 people backed out, and 3 times I put in bids again, sold it out from under me, sold it out from under me again. And then finally, in December of last year, I was able to purchase it. So then, had it under contract, everything's running smooth, got my loan, everything was approved, everything was going great. And then the company I'm borrowing the money from said, okay, we're doing an appraisal of the house, and had 3 or 4 things that need to be done before they would approve the loan. Well, they agreed to do it. The owners of the house, they agreed to do the repairs, but it took them 4 months to do that, or 3 months. So I didn't actually close on the house until the end of March. Now, all this time, I'm not spending any money, so I can't do advertising. So basically, all the work that I had done was just sitting there. I had a new quiz I had created on confidence. Everything was ready to go to help me build my network marketing business. Again, I'm helping women in network marketing develop the confidence they need to succeed. So I run ads to get people to take the quiz to build confidence in network marketing, so they understand that it's helping women in network marketing. I'm making sure that is my target audience. So anybody that comes in is people that is interested in running a business in network marketing. So then once I get them in, then I have a list built of people that are in network marketing that then I can try to pitch them to join my team or to buy my coaching program or anything else to get some success stories, and then I can build my team that much faster. So then when I got the house, I had to do some repairs to it before I could rent it. So I was focused every spare moment that I had doing repairs, trying to get the house rented, because again, now I have another mortgage that I needed to have the house rented so that the mortgage pays for the rent and pays above that. So I've got it rented. It took me a month to get it rented. So June, now have the house rented. Everything's going on now. I've got 3 rental properties. Haven't been focused on the photography at all, but those pictures are still selling. Every time I go in and look, I'm like, wow, they're still selling. Now I said, okay, I'm going to start recording this podcast again. And when I'm recording the podcast, I'm also recording the video so that it's all in one, and I can just separate the audio out, put it on the podcast, and then have the video on my YouTube channel. So again, working smarter, not harder. But I felt that it was needed to come clean and let y'all know that, okay, I'm not a, top performer in MLM right now, but I'm going to be. My system is going to work. I learned it from people that are in network marketing, and the system is working for them, so I am positive that it's going to work for me. I just had to carve out my niche, and my niche is helping people build confidence. That's what I was created for. I have always been the person that listens to people and helps them with their problems and brings them out of that. So that's what I'm doing. So now let's learn how to build a personal brand together. You've got to differentiate yourself away from others. What's your personal brand? What makes you different or makes you stand out from the crowd? The next thing is you've got to build trust and credibility. A strong personal brand helps you build trust and credibility with potential customers and team members. So when you show your people your authentic self, you're transparent, like I have been with you today, and you are consistent in that, then people are more likely to engage with you and to help you build your brand. So you're going to differentiate yourself from others. You're going to build trust and credibility. And then the next one is leadership and development. Personal branding embodies the journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Women who invest in their personal brand often develop essential leadership skills, enabling them to inspire and motivate their team members. See, that's what happened to me. I started out training people in network marketing how to do this like behind the scenes, so you don't have to talk to family and friends. You attract them, like I told you before, I'm attracting people with my quiz. It's only network marketers, so that way everybody on my list is interested in network marketing. Then once I get them on my list, I can talk to them about anything I want to. So that's when I talk to them about joining my team or about purchasing the products. You don't do that up front on the ads. They don't like Facebook and all those advertising platforms don't like you to push MLM. So the challenges of personal branding and MLM, overcoming the stereotypes. MLM business has a negative stereotype and a lot of misconceptions. But women aspiring to succeed face the challenge of breaking these stereotypes and building a brand that defies the preconceived notions surrounding this industry. Now, this weekend, I was trying to find MLM forums. So I Googled, okay, MLM forum. Well, then, all these websites come up with the top 10 forums for MLM. So you click on that, and all of them are outdated. There's like one I clicked on, nothing had been posted since 2018. I said, okay, I don't know what's going on here. But I researched another one, and it did have current posts from MLM. And it had a guy in there asking, I'm in MLM. Does anyone know a good MLM forum? Well, you wouldn't believe the post that came back answering his question. It was all negativity. It was all, why do you want to do MLM? It's just a scam. Why do you want to waste your time with that? Only the companies make money. The people don't make any money. And the guy kept coming back at them and saying, look, I have been in MLM for 18 years. I am successful in MLM. And you people that are making the comments are not in MLM, and you're just spouting stuff that you've heard other people say. And you need to really educate yourself before you post comments on this site. And I was like, wow, man, you go. So he stood up to the negativity. He faced it head on, and he said, look, you don't have all the facts. And that built my confidence in MLM that much more. So another challenge that we face is balancing our personal and professional identities, meaning that you've got to match the company that you're pushing. So, you've got to be yourself, you got to be unique, but you've also got to respect and follow the rules for your MLM company. And third is managing online reputation. So this is a tough one as well, because personal branding heavily involves or revolves around your online presence. So women in MLM must manage their reputation by carefully cultivating their social media profiles. So you don't want to be on there criticizing politics or whatever else is very controversial. You don't want to be on there just being a jerk and then come up and say, oh, please buy my products. I'm really a kind person. You've got to be careful what you post, what you like, who you follow, what you're doing online, because they're going to go look at that. They're going to go search your sites out and see, okay, is she really what she says she is? So now building and maintaining an effective personal brand. Okay, this is a big one. You've got to define your unique selling proposition, your USP. That is, you need to determine what sets you apart from others in MLM. Like me, I've carved out building confidence for you. That is what sets me apart from other people. No one that I have found so far is focusing on helping people develop the confidence they need in network marketing. And let's face it, that is a huge part of being successful in any business, but it's even bigger in the MLM business because of the negative stereotype that we face every single day. You've got to have a strong belief in yourself, in your confidence, in order to face all that, like the guy did in the forum. He faced it, and every time, it was 3 different people that kept saying, yeah, I agree, why are you focusing on MLM? You need to be doing affiliate marketing, or whatever they were doing. And he again would come back to him again with the same thing. Look, I've been in it. I'm successful. It's making me more money every single year. I'm not going to give up on MLM. You don't know what you're talking about. I was like, wow. That is the type of confidence you've got to have when people come at you with the negative, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, and all those other stories that we hear. Okay, the second thing is crafting your brand story. So what is your story? How did you come about that? I came about my confidence thing because I took my messy life and I turned that into my message. I told you in the last episode, if you haven't listened, go back and listen. I talk about how I went through panic attacks in my life and how I was able to build my confidence back from that. So I went from being confident to being a total coward to building my confidence back. So if you haven't listened to that story, go back and listen to that last episode. Also, leveraging social media. Let's face it, social media is a big part of our business and in growing our business. So that's another area I've been neglecting. I absolutely despise social media because it's like a popularity contest. So, you work so hard, you get the right picture, you're in Canva building the right picture, you put it up, and you cultivate the right message. It's wonderful. You put it up, and then you go to your feed and you see it. You're like, okay, great, there it is. You may add your little hashtags to it, add your little comment, and then you go back 2 seconds later, and it's already out of the feed. You can't even find it. You're scrolling forever trying to find your picture, and it's not there. So it's the same for everybody else. They're not seeing it. So you're getting 1, maybe 2 likes, and then you're like, wow, I spent all this time just to get 1 or 2 likes. In the same way with trying to develop followers, it's very, very difficult. There's too many people out there on this. That's why I've been trying to build everything all at one time. My podcast, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my Facebook, my LinkedIn, and Pinterest, whatever else. Well, I again put so much pressure and stress on myself because nothing was growing. Everything, I'm working hard, I'm posting it. Now I'm posting the same post in all of them at the same time. So it's not like I was doing something different in each one, but still it just takes effort to try to get in all. I'm in Instagram, trying to comment, trying to like, trying to get to where people know me. In Facebook, doing the same thing. That takes time. Well, I realized, okay, I can't do that with all the platforms at one time. I've got to narrow it down. So right now I'm only going to focus on Facebook and trying to build my social media on Facebook only. Once I get that up and running, then I can branch out to Instagram or whatever I choose next. Another one is network and collaborate. That's building relationships within the MLM industry and with influencers or experts in the related field. So that's like your Dream 500. So you want to find, or Dream 100, you want to find the companies and the people that already have your audience. And then you want to add value to their community and try to get noticed, or maybe interview them on your show, or maybe see if they will interview you on their show or their channel. And 5th is brand consistency. Consistency is crucial to building a strong personal brand. Maintain a consistent tone, visual identity, and messaging across all your marketing channels. Be consistent. Personal branding is a powerful tool that can fuel success for women in MLM businesses. You need to differentiate yourself from others. Also work on building your trust and leadership development. A well-crafted personal brand can open doors to financial success, personal growth, and empowerment. While challenges such as stereotypes, identity balance, and online reputation management exist, implementing the practical strategies and tips discussed in this episode will help women navigate through their obstacles and pave the way towards success. By leveraging personal branding, women can elevate their confidence, create impactful connections, and establish themselves as influential leaders in the MLM industry. Thank you again for listening to this episode. Everyone that has been here listening or watching today, please be sure to tag me on your Instagram and Facebook pages with all your greatest insights and wisdom and takeaways from this episode. Be sure to grab a screenshot of this episode and share it with your friends, people that you know that may benefit from listening to this episode. Let's turn this into a conversation. I want to hear from you. What would help you grow your business? What would you like for me to teach or to try in my business? Listen to this episode with your family and your friends. Have a conversation. That's the goal, to get women talking about confidence. I hope you're leaving here today feeling more confident. Thank you again for listening or watching today. I'll see you next time.